Where those passing lanes are. Lift the free throw percentages. Talking Tex is next to last in free throw percentage standings, hitting 63% from the line. Last time out, they shot only 57.7%. They need to be able to improve. And finally, Alapag must take charge. At 6 assists and 8 points. Last game for Talking Tex. I think Talking Tex needs a lot more output from the Mighty Mouse.
At nagsimula ng ating laro, Talking Tex nakaputi, ang Red Bull naman nakapula, and Retualo will make the first pass of the ball game. Washington may tangan ng bola. Retualo goes right. Retualo face to face with Baguio. Fall away three is good for the first TM3 of the ball game. Ito naman atake ng Red Bull. Paulo Bugia against the much taller Yancy De Ocampo. Penisi for three. Yes, sir! Palitan ng TM3. What a way to start the ball game between Red Bull and the Phonpals. At parehong pangarin na makamit ang kanilang ika-4 na panalo. Retualo, drop pass. Washington block by Penisi.
Yun ang inside defense ng Red Bull. Red Bull is known for its defense, and they're anchoring a lot on those big men, making sure na hindi makakuha ng easy layups ang Talking Tex.
Sobra yung tira ni Cyrus Baguio. Baguio really becoming the focal point of Red Bull's offense. And Yancy De Ocampo, he will take that three-point attempt. Another rebound for Nick Penisi. Baguio having trouble with that basketball. Baguio pa rin! Umatake! Yes, sir!
Ayan ang tinatawag natin na setting the pace. And Cyrus Baguio realizing hindi pa nakakuha yung bonus free throw ni Cyrus Baguio.
At lahat ng puntos ng Red Bull galing kay Baguio. That's another block by Penisi, but a whistle is blown by referee Robert Ting. First personal laban kay Penisi.
Kapansin natin, itong klaseng depensa ng Red Bull, they're sticking to each man like glue, and they're not giving anyone a chance to pull up for jumpers. Meaning to say that Talking Tex is looking for an opportunity to create and penetrate. Nakita natin ang ginawa ni Harvey Carey. He went up against the leech-like defense na kanyang guardia, and that's why he got away.
Retualo with a TM3. As Penisi will miss.
And Red Bull is not waiting for that defense to set up.
Aga nilang pumupurol. Actually, correction, I said earlier that Baguio owned all of Red Bull's points. Actually, happy sila rin with Penisi.
Tama. Penisi also had a three-pointer kanina.
It's actually Renren Retualo who owns all of everything of Talking Tex's points. Two straight misses coming from Retualo. And over 2 minutes having gone by in the opening quarter. Nahorda to Topex Robinson, hijacked in midair, still landed with the basketball kaya siya tinawagan ng traveling violation.
I think it's very clear in this game that Red Bull wants to run, and they're avoiding that very tall defense ng Talking Tex with Yancy, Jay Washington, at saka si Harvey Carey. Nice passing play.
Tatlong Phonpals ang nagpasahan doon. Ending up with that layup by Jay Washington. 2-point lead para sa Talking Tex, 8-6. And Horda fires, overshoots. At malinaw na tinulak ni Paulo Bugia si Yancy De Ocampo, first personal foul.
And just like in the last game, si Asu Taulava did not start for Talking Tex. And once again, he will be coming off the bench for the Phonpals. Sa bilis na laro, it's hard to tell what kind of defense Talking Tex is playing, but I seem to think that they're playing a zone defense. Let's watch how they form this defense now that the pace of the game has slowed down. No, they're not playing a zone. They're playing man-to-man.
Bugia, yes sir, from the left side. First 2 points for Paulo Bugia.
It's a very loose man-to-man that Talking Tex is playing. Talking Tex has not made its mark as a defensive team in this league, or in this conference rather, because they are dead last in terms of defense.
As you mentioned, this is a very different team as compared to the Red Bull teams of the past.
Now, one thing that Coach Yang Giao has ingrained sa kanyang mga players is that they need to play defense to be able to compensate for their lack of firepower. Nawala nga si Larry Fonacier, nawala si Enrico Villanueva, pati si Rich Alvarez nawala, no? And Alvarez gives them a lot more defense and offense. But I think Coach Yang has transformed this team into a solid team.
Palo has been red hot in the opening quarter. Here's RD Carey. Hindi maigutan si Bugia. And it's a turnover.
That's a good call. Good defense there by Red Bull.
8 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Red Bull entered the ball game with 3 wins and just 1 loss. Ang Talking Text, 3 wins and 2 losses at walang mangyayari doon sa tira ni Topex Robinson. So patuloy pa rin lumalamang ang Talking Text sa ating ball game. And a pass to Washington. High post over to Ritualo against Baguio. That's a nice matchup. And here's Harvey Carey with 7 to shoot. Harvey Carey scooting in for 2. First 2 points para kay Carey, extending the Phonpals lead to 4. Baguio on the left side. Baguio gets Alapag. Baguio posting up Jimmy Alapag. Tumulong si Yancy Del Campo to no avail. Well, Baguio enjoying a big height advantage over Jimmy Alapag sa kanilang matchup. Nice deflection by Topex Robinson.
Yan yung defense ang sinasabi natin, no? Red Bull playing excellent defense here against Talking Text.
And that jumper by Bugia will tie the ball game.
That's very loose defense on the part of Talking Text na hindi nila gina-challenge yung mga mid-range jumpers. It's almost like they're playing man-to-man on the outside and then the big men are just waiting inside the shaded area for the possible defensive rebound.
Well, yung napansin mong loose defense could, I guess, partly explain why Talking Text has been very inconsistent in this conference. As Harvey Carey misses the first free throw.
Well, that point about yung inconsistency ng Talking Text, very clear. They're number 1 in offense, but dead last in defense. They're giving up 102.2 points a game. So yung lack of defense nila very evident in the stats.
And you know, they tend to play very well against strong teams. But then against weaker teams,
napapabayaan, ano? Because of course they did play very well against Magnolia last time out. Naman naman ang follow-up. Na Horda, the high flyer.
At lamang na ang Red Bull dito, 14-12. Perisi, bullet pass. Topex Robinson against Alapag, humihit, and he got the foul against Yancy Del Campo.
You know, this frenetic pace that Red Bull is setting sa game na to at every given time.
Actually, even before the season, basta nung biglang nawala na ito sila Larry Fonacier, when the player came to mind, mukhang tatakbo na tayo. Because they really have no other choice. You don't have like an Asi Taulava and you know, you'll have the luxury of just dumping the ball inside. So this Red Bull team has no other recourse but to really try and run opponents to the ground.
And you know, that's also a point that they must consider because they're getting a lot of points from the guards. Nakita natin yun sa si Asi Taulava is now in the game. They need a lot more offense from the frontliners. See, Vic Perisi, for instance, only had 3 points in Red Bull's last game. Sharma only had 4 points. Bugia had 6 points. Frontliners must be more aggressive in getting the points to force the opposing team's frontliners to play defense.
Rebound para kay Ritualo. 1-point ball game in favor of Red Bull. Over 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Carry outside, Alapag, cross-court pass na, agaw ni Bugia. Very active hands on the part of Red Bull Barako. Ito na, Topex Robinson, he steps on the break. Mike Rayback. Rayback on the move. Rayback, where's he going? Fires and misses. Kapit ng bola na punta kay Alapag. Phonpals down by 1. Alapag, bounce pass, carry, layup is no good. Asi Taulava, offensive rebound, put back, blocked by Rayback. And here's Lopez Robinson, 2-on-1 break. And Bugia will miss the layup. Ang rebound ako ni Alapag. A frenetic action here in the opening quarter. And you can tell that it's Red Bull that's setting the pace here.
Oh yes, very clearly na sila tumatakbo dito. And Talking Tex forced to play catch-up here. Although they're only 1 point behind.
Carlos Sharma enters the ball game para kay Paolo Bugia.
By the way, isang punto sinabi natin about Talking Tex that they need to improve their free throw shooting. Right now, they're going 3 out of 7. That's less than 50%. That's not now 4 out of 8, so that's 50% shooting. But they need to bring it up to about 65% just to be able to make sure that when their big men are fouled, they can get free throws to compensate.
Yusuf Al-Jamal, the former King Lion of Zambeda, is in the ballgame for the first time. And Mac Cardona is in the ballgame and automatically provides an impact by dishing off that assist to Washington.
Well, malamang nakita ni Coach Derek Pumarin yung ginagawa ng Red Bull that they're setting the pace, they're running, so they need to be able to have someone who can also bring up the pace of Talking Tex. And sure enough, pagpasok ni Mac Cardona, 2 straight baskets coming from the Phonpals.
It is a 5-point lead para sa Talking Tex with under 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Way back, top of the key. Way back, bibigyan na Horda on the left side. Now Horda, what will he do with 9 to shoot? It's with Baguio against the rookie Al-Jamal. Cyrus Baguio gustong iwanan si Al-Jamal. Humihit at there is a foul. Apparently, Al-Jamal dispossessed itong si Cyrus Baguio.
Major defensive adjustment yun ni Coach Derek Pumarin. Kanina nakita natin si Jimmy Alapag ang tumatao kay Cyrus Baguio. Now he's got a much bigger player on Baguio because Baguio is such a threat offensively for Red Bull.
5 points ang lamang ng Phonpals. Ball na kay Washington. Up and under and he is fouled.
You see, biglang Talking Tex on the floor, no? All it takes is a spark plug. And Mac Cardona is certainly the spark plug for Talking Tex. Someone to get the juices of his teammates flowing.
And the tempers of his opponents flowing as well.
Ulit to.
Si Mac Cardona. Don Belbelano comes in para kay Jimmy Alapag. Quarter 2 for Anthony Jamal. Washington, he has 8 markers tonight.
Starting backcourt ni Coach Yang Giao, hindi pa napapalitan. Still going with Baguio and Lopez Robinson.
Actually, kasi na Horda, hindi pa rin napapalitan to. And he is hemmed in. And he is... ball will stay with Red Bull. Kiko Adriano comes in para kay Leo na Horda. 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Baguio, drop pass, no look off the glass, muntik na, and it's last touch on Taulawa. You can probably hear the hollering of Coach Yang Giao and don't expect it to stop. Mapupunta ang bola dito sa...
Kasi we're doubting that in the last conference nung pumutok si Mac, they were wondering whether patuloy puputok si Mac sa conference na to. Kasi bumalik na nga sina Asi, sina Renren, at saka si Jimmy. But, well, si Mac is still leading the charge.
Absolutely. Here's Cardona on the move. Cardona drop pass with a foul is called. Sharma tinawagan ng foul as penalty na itong Red Bull. For more on Asi Taulava, let's go to Patricia Bermudez-Hizo.
No, you're talking about Asi Taulava here. Just last huddle, itong si Coach Derek Pumarin really wanted Asi Taulava's presence to be felt a little bit more. So he designed a lot more plays to open up inside for Asi Taulava, and he's hoping that the Rock can actually benefit from the movements that he wants his players to do. At nag-mention din siya about the loose defense. Sa kanina pa sinasabi nito si Kitito. Nakaasar na siya, nakatulong mga players katulad nitong si Topex Robinson nakakasaksak at will. So sinasabi niya, deny those players, especially players like Topex Robinson and Cyrus Baguio from penetrating. Back to you, Nico.
Nakakasak na pala. Ito si Coach Derek Tumarin.
Hindi na pinapakita ng depensa. But, look, key point yung sinabi ni Patricia about Asi Taulava. He did have 12 points and 13 rebounds in the last game of Talking Text, and you need to get him the ball. You need to get him involved, not only in the offense, but also in the defense. I mean, he's the biggest man on the floor. Give him the ball.
Here's Belano. Belano, pinasa kay Taulava. 12 to shoot to the phone pass. Taulava, pumihit, almost lost the ball, but he gets it off the glass. 6 points for Asi. Anyway, si Aliato nakapasok din sa ating ball game. Halos 4 na minuto lang hindi nakakapuntos itong Red Bull. Kaya tambak na sila ng 10 puntos dito. Baguio fires and punctures the hoop. Now that is a mark of a go-to guy. Kung nilalamig na yung opensa, the go-to guy will take it into his own hands and will try to score.
And it's usually coming from the backcourt. Coach Yengyang has a lot of confidence in his backcourt. And si Mac Cardona naman. Ito sinasabi natin about the slashing moves ni Mac. No? That kind of move, Red Bull must be wary of. They need to be able to shut the door inside the shaded area para hindi makapag-penetrate si Mac because he is a creator. Not only for his own shot, but once the door is shut, he knows when to kick out or give the ball to the open man cutting.
Si Belano tinawagan ng foul, his first personal, pang-apat laban sa Talking Text. Magdum Membrere checks in the ball game as Sharma connects. First 2 points for Sharma. By the way, si Membrere came in para kay Cyrus Baguio. Lamang pa rin ang Talking Text dito, 27-19. Little over 1 minute remaining dito sa opening quarter. Bola na kay Cardona. Cardona on the move. Cardona no look pass. Bana ipasa pa kay Taulava. Taulava muscles his way inside.
Power move. Ito sinasabi natin. You need the ball in his hands, especially when he's in a position to score. Now, Kiko Adriano checking in for Red Bull for defensive purposes. He needs to be able to stop Cardona from those penetrations. And the right idea also, galing kay Adriano, attack the defense ni Macmac. Si Al-Jamal na tawagan.
Second personal laban kay Al-Jamal, and now both teams are in the penalty.
Adriano was involved in that trade with Magnolia, formerly San Miguel Beer.
Sharma sits down, and Big Mac Andaya is now in the ball game para sa Red Bull as Adriano misses both free throws.
Look at Andaya.
And Andaya almost makes it. Andaya playing against former team, Talking Text. Andaya is banging bodies with Asi Taulava. 30 seconds to go bago matapos ang opening quarter. Lamang pa rin ang phone fouls ng 10. Cardona against Membrere. Cardona is fouled. Selena Cruz ang tatawagan ng foul.
Well, anytime you have Salino Cruz at saka si Kiko Adriano on the floor at the same time, emphasizing defense. At hindi lang defense, physical defense. Wala nga si Junti Valenzuela. Kung nandun pa si Junti, naku, very physical defense. By the way, Junti, ewan ko na, nandito yata sa Coliseum. Wala yata, no?
Why is it? He's right behind the bench.
Okay.
Pero civilian clothes.
Okay. And we hope that he's able to play soon because, it's a pity to see a player of his caliber and quality just sitting out the action.
Oh, look at that block shot. Team 3 for way back bago maubos ang oras dito. 4 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Labang pa rin ang Talking Text. Belano! No! He begins second quarter action from the Cuneta Aspido.
Nakita ko naman ang ginawa ni Salino Cruz, taking the ball away from Mac Cardona. Great defense.
At napilitan tuloy mamigay ng foul si Don Aliados. First team foul against the Phonpals in the second quarter.
Well, kanina ako nagalit si Coach Derek Pumaren sa lack of defense Talking Tex. Dapat magalit din si Coach Yeng Diao because
Lack of offense.
Hindi, lack of defense na because nakascore na ng 31 points sa Talking Tex. Sabi nga natin kanina, they need to be able to bring down the production ng Talking Tex to less than 100. Ay kung 31 na na-score nila sa isang quarter, that's bad news.
Rebound for Taulava. Taulava block all the way back.
Dalawang block na.
Dalawa na. Itong si Mike Rayback. Dito sa mga bahagi ng second quarter. Phonpals begin the second period with Belano, Taulava, Cardona, Aliado, and Aljamal. Here's Taulava. Taulava working his way inside, and he will miss. One more try, and he will miss. One more try, and he will score!
That's what you call determination. Grabe yun, ha? Nobody can stop him when he wants to score. Ito sinasabi natin about the frontline offense. Taulava and Washington already combining for 18 points. But Sharman Penisi only with 5 points together.
I think may warning no, for delay of game against Taulava because sinampal niya yung bola palabas. Patuloy ang action dito.
Andaya with a outside shot.
Na-inspiring because si Marlo Aquino made a 3-pointer in the first game. Pero kanina yung Santa Lucia, ako, tinampakan ng 21 by 35 points.
Kaya naman nag-3-pointer kasi.
Taulava. Nowhere to go! Rebound para kay Celino Cruz. Naghahabol ang Red Bull dito sa second quarter.
Partner, that was great defense by Andaya.
Andaya scores!
Yes!
Andaya scores!
And did you see the defense that Andaya played against Asi Taulava kanina, no? Number one, he stopped. Dali kay Asi. Hindi lang pumasok yung free throw.
Kasi Andaya naka-jersey number 44. Agent X44. Mark Andaya. Reporting for duty. As Al-Jamal hands it over to Aliado. Aliado against Rayback. Aliado makes his move. Aliado loses the ball. And Celino Cruz is all alone for two. And I tell you, Mark Andola, Yancy fires. Kaya na naman. Natapik ang bola para kay Celino Cruz. Celino Cruz zigzagging. And he will miss the net. Ito na, Cardona. Phonpals up by 5. Cardona against Membrere. Cardona over to Yancy. Yancy de Ocampo with a drive. And the basket is good. He started this ball game para sa Phonpals at nakompleto niya ang kanyang 3-point play. He has 5 points.
And that's what makes Yancy de Ocampo so valuable. Now he can hit the outside shot. So he put the ball on the floor. He's got nice moves, going strong to the hole. And of course, he can post up too.
Rayback fires. Andaya with an offensive rebound. And now Andaya wants a clear out. Pero pinasa kay Rayback. Rayback to Membrere. Membrere for 3 short. And Cardona is hammered! Cardona is hammered. Hit on the head. Malinaw na malinaw.
Oh. At saka, you know, an ordinary player would have reacted, ha? Kasi tinamaan niya sa ulo. Flagrant 1 ang tawag.
Walang pwedeng makapikot dito kay Cardona except for one person in the entire planet. You know who that is? Sino? Ronald Tubit.
Oo. Inapakan niya tayo.
Si Tubit lang. Other than Ronald Tubit, Cardona is a master at the Saiwar as De Ocampo sends it over to Belano. Belano over to Aljamal. Aljamal for 3. No. Furious battle for that basketball and Aliado will score underneath. Ang totoo niya, ito si Celino Cruz at si Cardona, may kanina pa nagbabangayan yan. There's a tap out by Belano.
Naagawan nga ni Celino Cruz si Cardona kanina, harap-harapan eh.
Here's Membrere. Rayback. Swings it over to Adriano. Adriano sends it over to Celino Cruz. 9 to shoot. Cruz step back is good.
He's such a cool operator, si Celino. Huh? You have to admire his game. And he's perfect for this kind of new officiating philosophy ng PBA.
They will call the offensive foul because Belano unleashed a karate kick.
That's a good call. That's a good call. It's a 10-point lead enjoyed by Talking Text.
Under 8 minutes to go in what is becoming to be a very interesting second quarter as we send it over to Ms. Patricia Bermudez-Hizo.
Ano, Miko, lumalabas ang mga ugat ni Coach Yengyao habang pinagsisigaw niya sa squad niya na huwag matakot umatake, magpakita daw ng puso. Obviously, Selena Cruz really took that to heart. Back to you, Miko.
Well, yan ang pinapakita ni Agent X44. Mark Andaya showing heart, showing intensity, and also showing disappointment.
Offensive foul si Andaya for pushing off against Don Aliado. That had nothing to do with the ball in play.
And now Andaya is saying it's a conspiracy theory. Right? Somebody's out to get me. Back-to-back fouls against Andaya. And that foul will send Don Aliado to the free throw line, and Aliado's first free throw is good. Ito rin ang pang-apat na team foul against Red Bull. Membere sits down in favor of Skyros Baguio, who had 7 points in that opening quarter.
I just want to make a point, no? Yung bagong officiating rules ng PBA. You do not want to give anyone an unfair advantage in dislodging or displacing or dispossessing. Kanina, si Andaya somehow dislodged Don Aliado from his spot, but it did not give him any advantage whatsoever, no? Or disadvantage kasi the ball was not in play. So dapat yun, no call. But natawagan si Andaya ng foul.
Third person na laban kay Belano, and Warren Ibanez makes his first appearance tonight. Pinalitan si Kiko Adriano. 10 points ang kailangan na bulin ng Red Bull. Yan ang trabaho ni Cyrus Baguio to always inject life and blood into that Red Bull offense.
Akala ko sasabihin mo yung assist galing kay Andaya, yung man of the moment mo eh.
No, you know what? Except for the fouls, Andaya can do no wrong. Andaya, naku, iniwan ni Aliado. Aliado will take two. Naku, Aliado. And, you know, Aliado and Selena Cruz, they have history. They have history here in the PBA. They've had incidents in the past. Third personal laban kay Selena Cruz.
Cruz is not gonna back off or back down from anyone, that's for sure. Nakita natin ang ginawa ni Aliado, taking Mark Andaya outside and then using his quickness to move away from the defender. Andaya is not going to be able to keep pace with his offensive man if he's going to be attacked from the outside. He's a good post defender because of his size, but he's not going to be good playing defense in the perimeter.
Now the crowd wrapped in disappointment dahil kalalabas lang ni Mark Andaya.
By the way,
Penisi checks in the ball.
Si Andaya, let's check out his stats. 4 points, 3 rebounds.
But it's the intangibles, Kilito. It's the intangibles.
Yung presence.
Rebound para kay Aliado.
Si Don Aliado made his presence felt in this quarter. 6 points and 3 rebounds.
Closing in on the halfway mark of the second quarter. Penisi with a rebound. Over to Baguio. Baguio on the move. Red Bull down by 10 points. Cyrus Baguio against every Talking Text player on the floor, and he misses the layup.
This is a very short lineup that Coach Yengyao has on the floor. Warren Ibanez at si Selena Cruz. A very short backcourt now on the floor. Let's see what Ibanez can do against Cardona.
Tumulong si Penisi, pumihit si Cardona, paso pa kay Pelado, a sorry miss. And that attempt is blocked, and Yancy will lose the ball, but he was dispossessed, and therefore there's a whistle blow.
That's right, there was an advantage, an unfair advantage created by that one shot.
Okay, we have a powwow at center court with the two team captains, Jimmy Alapag of Talking Text and Topix Robinson of Red Bull. And what seems to be the issue? The officials timeout. Okay. Okay, so the officials timeout, and nabigyan na yung bola kay Yancy de Ocampo, so they'll just have to do the whole thing over again. Napasok ang unang free throw for Yancy. He has 6 points in the ball game.
Hindi ito 3 free throws.
Hindi.
Na-cancel yung isang free throw ni Yancy.
For the big man at 12 puntos na ang abante ng Talking Tex, tying their biggest lead of the ball game. Here's Cyrus Baguio. Bounce pass, Warren Ibanez. Ibanez deep right corner. PDCA over to Bugia. Bugia at the post. Bugia dilapit. Bugia tries to go under the bridge. And he was foiled. Ito na, Alabag. Alabag against Baguio over to Harvey Carey. Harvey Carey on the move. Nabangga outside Cardona. 50 to shoot for the Phonpals. Cardona hounded by Ibanez. And pinisip Cardona ha. At yun, may technical foul. Hindi lang natin sigurado kung kanino. And now it's Penisi against Harvey Carey in a verbal tussle. And Penisi sinasabi kay Harvey Carey, Brad, huwag ka na makialam.
Actually, si Warren Ibanez sabi kasalanan ko eh.
Kaya Harvey Carey, ayaw layuan itong si Penisi.
Double technical foul, kanya nag-cancel out. Pero sabi natin, hindi napipikon si Macardona. Napikon na tuloy. Si Ibanez actually he got Cardona's goal that time.
That might change the complexion of this ballgame in favor of Red Bull as Baguio connects on you. So double technical doon si Penisi at si Cardona. Here's Aliado against Bugia. Aliado short. Bola na punta kay Bugia. Naghahabol ang Red Bull dito, still down by 10. But they have momentum. And Cyrus Baguio takes it all the way.
What a way to go.
See, that's why they call him Skyrus Baguio. Because he can really
sky
go up there. Ay, turnover.
I saw him in Cebu win the Slam Dunk Championship. And he was unbelievable. This fellow can sky. Okay, may turnover. Sabi nga natin kanina, no? A change in momentum. And Coach Derek Pumaran sitting down at Don Aliado. Here we go again. Hindi lang nakuha. Cyrus Baguio.
Oh, the steal! Over to Baguio! Baguio! Yes! Yes! At napatayo ang mga fans dito sa Cuneta Astrodome.
You talk about skywalking. Yan ang ginawa ni Cyrus Baguio.
And it's just a 6-point ball game.
Boy, you're reminded of Samboy Lake, David Thompson, Cyrus Baguio, now the owner of the Skies.
It is Baguio again! Ay, masyado malakas ang pasa para kay Baguio. But nevertheless, Red Bull is now back in the ball game. Pero ano yan, taga-iligan yan to Cyrus Baguio na nakilala sa Cebu. And turnover!
Almost a steal.
Wait a minute. Teka muna.
Hindi, running out of space. Si Warren Ibanez.
Ball ng Talking Tex.
But he almost had the steal. Almost had the completion.
Teka muna. Wait a minute. Garchi Ferrer and Robert Ting are going to confer. I think yung ilang oras ba na shot clock. Kasi 15 na lang ang natitira. And, you do the math. Hindi dapat parang 8-second violation na ata.
Oo nga.
8-second violation nga.
Okay.
So turnover nga.
Tama yun. Good eye by the referees. And of course, Warren Ibanez made that play possible. Yung turnover na yun.
Here's Ibanez. Bugia. No goal. Ang bola napunta kay Ritualo. 6 na lang ang abante rito ng Phonpals with 3:09 remaining in a pulsating second quarter.
By the way, sa second quarter, Red Bull is out-assisting Talking Tex 5-1. They also have 5 less turnovers. Malaking bagay yun. But Talking Tex is hanging on to the lead. Why? Because they have made their free throws. Very consistent sila sa free throw line. In this quarter, they're going 9 out of 9 against 0 out of 1 for Red Bull.
Last touch on Taulava. Ball by Penisi. But earlier, si Jimmy Lapag made a TM3 to extend the Phonpals lead to 9. Sobra yung tira ni Baguio. Straight into the hands of Taulava. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Sidestep carry. Pasa kay Washington for 2. 10 points para kay Jay Washington. Back to an 11-point lead para sa Talking Tex. Of the moment para sa Red Bull. Here's the Horda inside para kay Bugia. Tap out by Ritualo. And that will leave Red Bull with 10 seconds to shoot. Here's Baguio. 8 on the shot clock. Baguio pa rin may tangan ng bola. Soft pass inside. Bugia will score.
Asi Taulava gambling by going to the perimeter, leaving Paulo Bugia wide open inside. Help defense Jay Washington to play.
6 points tonight para kay Bugia. Pa rin ang pocket points dito, 51-42. Alapag for 3. Washington with a rebound. Washington still has the ball. Kick out Ritualo. Ritualo over to Alapag. Alapag for 3. No go. Back-to-back misses by Alapag. Taulava offensive rebound. Bagong shot lang para sa Talking Text. Minute and 33 remaining in the second quarter. At pagsamantalang naantala rito ang rally ng Red Bull. Phonpals dominating board. Ayan, isa pang offensive rebound.
Right now, pinapatay ng Talking Text and Red Bull sa kanilang offensive rebounding.
10-point ball game here in the second quarter. A little over a minute remaining in the first half. Bola na kay Nahorda. Penisi against Washington. Now to Nahorda. Nahorda against Carey. Nahorda spins. Nowhere to go. Outside Baguio. 8 to shoot para sa Red Bull. Baguio. Warren Ibanez goes right for the shoot. Ibanez with a runner. Rebound para kay Alapag. 16 to shoot para sa Talking Text. Under a minute remaining in the second quarter. Alapag makes his move. Over to Ritualo. Ritualo shoots over Ibanez. Short. Harvey Carey offensive rebound. Put back. Wala. But again, Kinito, the rebounding domination of Talking Text keeping them ahead in this ballgame.
That's major. That's 35 rebounds now. Make that 36. No, make that 37 for Talking Text as against only 21 for Red Bull. And Baracos getting clobbered off the boards. Rebound!
Second free throw para kay Carey. 1 out of 2. 11-point lead for the Phonpals. 37 seconds remaining dito sa second quarter. Baguio getting a pick from Penisi. And Baguio will score! For somebody named Baguio, he is red hot. 17 puntos na.
Ako sinigay mo is the headband. Ang lapad eh. Ang lapad ng headband. Tsaka you notice the headband is covering his ears para hindi niya marinig yung sinasabi sa kanya. Pati yung mga pito na referee, hindi niya marinig. Kanya tuloy-tuloy siya when he wants to score.
Tapos ng oras dito sa second quarter. Tapos pa rin ang Talking Text. 53-45. Bola na kay Alapag. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. 5 to shoot for the Phonpals. Harvey Carey over to Taulava. It's a miss. 2 seconds to go. Ibanez fires! No.